So I'm just going to go over what's in my tip sheet, which is how to go from your unit's pane data spreadsheet to the mail merge able spreadsheet. So I'm going to start with pulling some headers over. I'm going to do all of this left-hand one and then just the pane both on the right. I'm just copying these into a fresh Excel. I'm not going to pull all of my nurses over. I'm just going to do a few just to give you an idea. So I'm just highlighting their information that fits in those. And then again, only using the first section. So here's what it looks like now. So I do have their names in twice, and that's just to make sure if it's a longer spreadsheet that I didn't get off kilter somewhere, but their names all match. So the first thing I can really do is just delete that. I've got it highlighted, and I'm just going to delete that whole column and pull it over. I'm now going to insert a column. So again, highlighting it, right-clicking, insert, to put their names in the right order, because I don't really want a letter that says, Dear Chasla, Hayren. I want it to be Hayren. And this is a cool Excel trick that I learned from Terry Deloitte's Centera Sim when I did practicum with her. If you just start typing, it will just take it over for you, which I love. I'm going to get rid of this whole column, so I'm just highlighting it, right-clicking, and delete, and I'm going to name this one name. So I should be able to give you a better idea of how to change this from a percent to a number. I can get it part of the way, and it has honestly been more trouble than it's worth. And so I hate to confess, even though there is an Excel trick on how to change this to a number, it almost never works for me. In theory, highlight it, go up here from percentage, and then change that to a number. So that gives me a decimal point. And technically, this decimal point times 100 should give me what I need. So in technical terms, you should be able to do the sum is equal to, open parentheses, this number, equal sum, parentheses, this number, close parentheses, asterisk, 100 is that number. One issue as you move this into a mail merge is that unless you really work with a bunch of strategies, you end up with decimal points and they go on forever. The other is that I have to do this individually. You should be able to take all of this and move it over. I've not had any luck at all. So honestly, what I've been doing, I'm just going to make sure I take out that formula, is just putting these into a number. And while this seems stupid, because Excel can totally do it, I'm tired of fighting Excel. If you have people here that aren't currently still working for your unit, this is a traveler who's gone, and then she's gone, you could go ahead and take them out at this stage as well. I would just highlight my row, I'm right-clicking, and I'm going to delete. And I'm going to shift cells up. Alright. So now that I have this, the last thing I want to do is I want to delete this row as well, because when I move it into mail merge, I'm going to need to have it gone. So again, I'm just going to right-click it, delete it, shift cells up, and then I need to name this. It's really important that you name everything. Alright. I'm now going to delete this row because I have it moved into a percent. There you go. So I have both pre, post, none, total. That's the total number of administrations, and percent. All right, so here are my pane audits. And now I'm going to move this into MailMerge. So I do need to go ahead and save this document so that I can put it into the MailMerge file. All right, so here's my letter. It's really helpful if you also have the Excel open now that I've saved it, so that I can make sure I know what it's called. There may be a better way to do this. I always just go up here and do MailMerge in the search, and that opens up this right-hand section. So starting document I have open, next select recipients, and I'm going to go here to browse, and I'm going to open up that MailMerge document. So I called it False Pain. Okay, it's saying, is this a list of people? Yes, and it's saying that this first one is indeed what everything's called, and so this is indeed what I want to use. So I'm using this document. If you have like different units set up in different sheets, it'll actually show you the different sheets. So I'm able to do one for 2 different units pretty easily. All right, so I've selected that. Next is write your letter. I've written my letter, but this is where I need to put in the information. So I'm going to more items. I have my cursor stuck at the deer. So more items, and in that deer spot is the name. So I'm going to insert name, and I'm going to close. The number of PRN administrations is called grand total. Of both, this is the number of both, so that's labeled as both. And because I have my Excel open, I'm really confident. I'm going to check it at the end anyway. Oh, I did both twice. Okay, so both pre, post, none, and then my compliance rate is called percent. I'm going to hit next. So this is the first person. Her compliance rate is 94. She administered 49 medicines. 46 of those 49 had everything documented, and 3 only had pre. To see all of them, I'm going to go up here to preview. All right, so I can make sure it all matches and it's the information I'm thinking it's going to be. So I'm good there. It's really important that you actually finish the next couple of steps. I'm going to complete the merge. And then I can either print them or I can edit individual letters. One thing that I'm finding weird about MailMerge, and again, there may be some information I haven't figured out yet, is that it tries to put a whole bunch of blank ones, which makes my file really big, and it's stupid if you hit print because then you end up with like 50 blank forms. So it's really helpful to have your Excel open. I know I only have 16 in this Excel, so I'm going to, actually I only have 15 because the header counts as 1. So I only have 15 names in this particular one, so 16 minus this first one. And so by having it just do those, it will help you for some reason. I don't know why it's doing that, but whatever. So I'm going to hit OK. It's created all my letters. And then I can save. This has created a whole totally new document. So from here, I can just, and what I've done for my managers is just saved as October 4 West, whatever, and then October Behavioral Health. And so I just do the same process twice. It goes really quickly, and then I'm able to just hand it off to whoever's in leadership and wants to deal with it.